Destiny was a premature baby. I had her when I was 6 months pregnant. Destiny only weighed 3 pounds 4 ounces. From there, it was a roller coaster. It was up and down. Destiny had to live in the NICU for about a month and a half. Finally, she was able to become healthy enough and to come home.
I actually enjoyed my childhood. I mean, I had to go to some doctor appointments, but I still found a way to be a child. I mean, my parents are the best parents, and they really showed me that Jesus loves us, and He'll love us through thick and thin.
Her childhood was normal up for a while until she was about 9 years old, and Destiny started getting these really bad nosebleeds. She would get these nosebleeds if you were to turn on a faucet. They would just bleed for 40-50 minutes, and I'd have to rush her to the hospital. After going through testing, the doctor came back and told us that Destiny had a bleeding disorder. She got on some medication that would help her with the bleeding issues, and then all her major medical issues started happening back in 2015. So I noticed that Destiny, when it would come to any meals that she would need to eat, she would only be able to take a couple bites of food, and then she would get sick. She would all of a sudden be in extreme pain. Her stomach would be bloated, and then she would vomit. She would not be able to keep any food down. And as a mother, after seeing this for so long, I knew that something wasn't right, and I started taking her to the doctor, and they ran test after test after test. And finally, I took her back to her doctor, and he was able to give us a diagnosis of gastroparesis.
Gastro means stomach, and paralysis means paralyzed. So stomach is paralyzed, and I also have digestive tract paralysis. And I'm not able to eat. I am fed through this wonderful central line, which I'm very thankful for.
When I found out that they had to put her on a central line, and that this was our new life and this was my responsibility as her mother to take care of this line, I was scared. I did not think that I can do it. In 1 year, Destiny had 10 hospital stays. Back in February of 2021, she ended up getting a bacteria infection in her central line, and we found out that she had sepsis. Watching her sit here and fight this was one of the hardest times in my life. That's when I really knew that I needed to lean on God more. I needed to pray. I needed to trust Him with this plan of everything that He's putting our family through.
I mean, as you can imagine, I've been around a lot of doctors and nurses, and Jesus was the one that carried me, but there was also nurses that told me encouraging things when I wanted to give up.
Brooklyn, Scott, Pastor Barry, all the youth group leaders, the team, they have been there through it all. Brooklyn and Scott would come and sit with me at the hospital. They would pray with us. They send encouraging messages and Bible verses to us. They check on us all the time.
They've all just come to the hospital, and when I'm having the worst day possible, they just make my day better.
Through all this, I have seen Destiny's faith really grow.
Jesus was hanging on the cross, and everyone thought there was no hope at that time. But 3 days later, he rose. And how I think that relates to me is, without these circumstances and challenges, I wouldn't be who I was, and I wouldn't be as close to God. There's not a lot of people who have these diseases that I have, so I decided, because I also wanted to show people that there's hope even if you're going through certain circumstances. And I started my social media page, and I've met a lot of my good best friends, and I've brought them closer to Jesus.
Destiny has came to touch over 1,100 people that are chronically ill. I have had them reach out to me and tell me that Destiny has helped them through their struggles. I have also seen Destiny bring nurses and doctors at the hospital, touching their lives to know Jesus and to join us in prayer when she's there. Having faith during all these difficult times has allowed me to find peace in the presence of God. It has allowed me to draw closer to God, to lean on God, and to trust His plan.
I was accepted to CCU in pre-nursing. I want to show people that no matter what type of circumstances you're in, you can still follow your dreams, because God is with us always. And even though it's probably going to be a lot tougher for me, I know God will be by my side. I've sat in the hospital rooms with no hope, and then just a smile from a nurse or an encouraging message or an encouraging Bible verse, they change my day. I want to give people the same hope that I have experienced.
Through all these trying times and these hard times that we have been through, this shows me that God will never leave us. He will never stop loving us.
Everyone has always asked me why my faith is so strong, and it's because I know in my heart that if it's God's will to heal me, He will. But I know that if it's not His will to heal me on earth, He'll heal me in heaven.